This is not a kid-friendly show.
Yo, what is really good, my dudes? Today is Monday, October 16th, 2017. We got another RuneScape update for y'all. So today we see the release of Dimension of the Damned. A new game mode sees you fighting off hordes and hordes of zombies in an alternate dimension in the free-to-play area. I'll have a link down below that you can get started here, but I've already talked about this previously in several videos, so I'm not going to go into major detail. And I may do a series on it on my channel showing my progress as I play through the content. So if you're excited for that, stay tuned for that. This will be going on for about 2 weeks until the final on the 28th, where the top 1,000 players will have a chance to compete against each other for prizes, including things like lifetime memberships, all expense paid trips to Jagex, and 200 mil GP in-game. Some things you need to know is Dimension of the Damned is PVM only, even in the wilderness. All players start at max stats with starter gear. Catching zombieism from bites saps your health, but you can stave off effects by taking antidotes and are consuming modified shrimp prior to battle. These and other items can be attained from Zurich's shop in Falador using bottle corks. You can also get them from supply drops, but you'll have 3 minutes to find the crate. Falador is a safe space where the undead don't rise. You'll be escorted back there by white knights if you become inactive, and you'll respawn there if you die. However, players with zombieism can't pass through the gates. Banks across Gielinor will be open for use. Space is limited though, and you'll have to pay for it in bottle corks. So yeah, get out there and start taking part in Dimension of the Damned. Anyways, with that out of the way, let's jump into the patch notes and see what we got going on over there. The hair color for several Novemberfest NPCs have been fixed. The Warden of the Mind cape now appears in the preview window. Players carrying only one defender in their backpacks will no longer have their Warrior Guild progress with Camfrina reset. Anti-fire, weapon poison, aggression potion, and Wilder Pie effects no longer stay active on free worlds. Free equipment from the combat rooms in player-owned houses can no longer be disassembled. Players can now use a right-click fill all option with the Divine Omatic Vacuum. Players can now define their maximum foreground and background FPS in the NXT client via the graphics setting interface. The click radius for a player using the completionist and trend completionist emotes has been reduced to the same size as the normal player's click box area. The November host Joanna no longer shouts thanks during cart events. Novemberfest bar crawl dialogue no longer obstructs quest dialogue. The stats of the highwayman near the makeover mage have been updated to match his pre-Mega May incarnation. The cache churn has been reduced. Point lights now affect terrain lighting in instances. The high frequency noise visible on newer, normal mapped models when viewed close up has been reduced. The RAM usage for the shader system has been reduced by around 20 megabytes. Some animation states have been optimized. And here are some hotfixes that went live throughout the week. You could pause it real quick if you want to check them out, but just note that they've already been in the game prior to today's update, so we've already been experiencing them. Next up, ninja fixes. The artifact at the Lumbridge Wilderness Wall that teleports to the King Black Dragon Lair can now be activated on free worlds. The cost of Mystic Armor has been lowered to rebalance its ALC value. The cost of Mystic Cloth has been increased to reflect the value of Mystic Armor. The examine option for the Museum Guard where the Varrock East fence used to be has been updated. Updated models have been added to Carapace, Spider, Wizard, and Black Wizard shields, as well as Black Wizard gloves and boots. Wearing a split bark body will no longer hide a player's amulet. The loom in the Falador Cabbage Patch can now be used on free worlds. Blue-Rite ore can now be smelted into blue-red bars on free worlds. The drop-down menu titles for Batwing and Carapace have been corrected when using the Crafting Make X interface. Fire runes are now given instead of blood runes and soul runes when dungeoneering on a free world. Baby dragon bones are now non-members objects. Camfrina in the Warriors Guild no longer tells free players that they can get dragon defenders from the Cyclopses. Fire giants now drop Batwing wands or books instead of fire battle staffs on free worlds. Yew trees are now correctly marked as non-members in the Woodcutting Skill Guide, a segment in the East Varrock fence near Tolna's Rift that survived the purge has been eradicated with extreme prejudice. Logging into a free world inside the Magic Train Arena will now teleport players outside of it. And that is it for this week's patch notes. Links to both this and the main game update will be down in the description below, as well as a link to the new game mode that I mentioned, the Dams, if you want to partake in that. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed and you want to stay updated on all things RuneScape related, then hit that subscribe button. Anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. I'm out. Peace.